Welcome back! Yes, we're back in the dinosaur world. Who would have thought? Not me. The wrong button. But you understand what I mean. Today will probably be a short video. Mainly just because we're going to do only an hour long of recording. And depending on how it goes, I might just do a voiceover. Because your boy really doesn't have plans for this world. I mean, he does. As you can see, we're laying out things. But those plans will take eons. And what do I mean by eons? Well, those plans will be as of days of work. Kind of like the forest over here. Which we need to think of a name. So we need to think of a name for that forest. But today, I decided we should make a Pachycephalosaurus enclosure. Reason that may being is because this is a small area that I didn't know what to do with. And I thought, why not just make a little small enclosure that's kind of like scuffed in, kind of like a spoon, the one you use for ice cream. And when you walk past it, you can see it from above up here. Then when you get down here, there'll be a little viewing area where you look inside through over here. So that's the plan here, and I will simply cut it out. But I have done a little bit of updates. Not really a lot. It only spent an hour of doing updates, so I shall show that off now. So take it away, me. Yes, thank you, past me. Now, as you can see, I decided to extend out this path right here, as well as starting the monorail tunnel, so it'll lead to the main park. So we actually have a entrance of some sort. My name's Nord, and as well as adding this path over here. But back to the originally scheduled program. And me is back, and it wasn't a lot, as I've already told you. Nope. Our goal here today is to pretty much cave out this part. Now, I normally build with a schematic cannon, but today I decided, maybe not. And it's not really decided, it's more of a, we probably don't really need it for something like this. We're simply just gonna carve it out. It's kind of be like Stevie's enclosure. Steve, you know. We're just gonna build it on the fly. So, but yeah. I guess I could talk and just ramble on while I'm doing all this stuff. So, as you may have already known, I can also turn on the HUD. We need it on now. I was doing majority of that Ark Survival Evolved content. Now, I will emphasize, I still have some of the Scorch stuff pretty much recorded, but I think I'm probably just gonna can it all. That being said, I would like for it to record and all that stuff and do all that stuff, but the main reason why I decided to play Ark again was because I genuinely just wanted to play it. And two, I was hoping that it'd be another good outlet for this channel, kind of like the Into the Void stuff. And that's what I was mentioning a while ago, a few episodes before I started doing the Ark stuff, was that I was going to bring back a few things. Into the Void is still kind of being a work in progress. I have an idea for that, and that could make... They can make me big bucks, people, big bucks. Why do I keep looking up? Look straight. We're not stupid. They make me big bucks. But I need to plan everything correctly, and your boy needs to be a big brain. And well, your boy does a plan, and some say he doesn't have a big brain. So, right now we're gonna do the trifle, oh good, Volson archaeology. Now, obviously, you know, I'm not the greatest leader of the bunch, or I don't even know how they say that analogy. You know, you don't come here for intelligent speaking. Unless you do, well then welcome. Your intelligent speaking will be on the normal level of a 6th grader. Probably a 6th grader probably knows bigger words than I do. Either way, what am I getting onto? Yes, our content probably not going to be there. If anything, if I do end up posting our videos, that's mainly just because your boy didn't think of anything to build or do for Friday's content, because the goal is to keep, you know, at least a consistent schedule. But, you know, sometimes, you know, life gets in the way, so your boy needs to, you know, kind of have backup plans, because your boy does want to stay consistent. So, what kind of enclosure are we doing? As I've mentioned, like I said, we're doing a Pachy enclosure. I have not seen, actually I think I have, but it's been a while. In all due respect, I haven't actually seen the creatures in a minute. So, we're going to be doing a Pachy enclosure. So, we'll just get a rough outline. We'll do it this way, 2, 2, 1, 1. Actually, we need this one to go up a little bit more. This is so it has a curve. 1, 1, 2, 2. And we just push it in one more. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Make perfect. And this all happens where you can build along with me if you decide you really want to. So, I guess while I'm building on this, I have plans for this world. Obviously, this is like what I'm just going to be doing for forever. It's almost, I think it's almost been a year. It might have already been a year. Really don't know an actual date of an anniversary for this world. So, but technically the anniversary would be the 100th episode. But obviously, your boy took a hiatus. So, what really is the anniversary? I guess I'll find out later on. It could have been, we could have already been past it. You never know. But obviously, going on forward, your boy at least wants to try to make a dinosaur video every Friday. So, but the art, like I said, the ARC stuff is just in case. We'll do 2, 2. Oh, ran out of cobble. Where's the cobble? Can you find a cobble? Like, do it that way. There we go. But in regards to the stuff that I've already shown off, one, we obviously still have this workplace over here. We have the monorail system over there. Eventually, we'll have this lower of half right here, and then it goes onto there. And then, technically, I really don't know what to do over here. So we have a lot of stuff going towards ourselves in the situation. And also just playing ARC a little bit, you know, I realized that, you know, it's all about the scenery. You know, we come here with the scenery, and you know, when you want to go to a zoo, you don't expect to just see a bunch of boxes. You know, you don't, I mean, you would hope not to see a bunch of boxes. You go to a zoo with a bunch of boxes, you're like, are they even taking care of these animals? And then you get worried. I don't want you to get worried while you're in my humble park. But, you know, the goal is to make everything a little bit fresh. And I think what we're also missing as of right now is verticality on the, I guess, environment front. Technically, everything's flat. And that's why kind of like I wanted to do these. But these are kind of not organic. So I think I will eventually get them to be a little bit more organic. But I'll do that on my own time. But everything's kind of flat. You can't see over anything. You have to walk up and actually be into it. I kind of want to have an idea. And I might actually start it over there, test it out over there. But I actually might not record that bit, mainly just because we need to plan everything out at a time. Because your boy likes planning, and that's another reason why, like, half the building is being like halted for a lot of things. One, I'm kind of biting off more than I could chew because I am just only one man. And some of this stuff that genuinely takes forever. So, like, I'm still technically not done with Main Street. And then when Main Street is finished, this is only one side of Main Street. We still do Main Street over there. And then with the library. Jeez. Or library. I don't know. My friend says I don't think a lot in regards to, like, correcting my issues. So, I might have said it wrong, but I did correct it, so either one of those is right. Technically, I don't know if one of those is right. I guess I'm lost forever. Either way, there's just a lot of stuff that I would have to do, and at the end of the day, I'm one man. And the one man that I am has a one-man job. So, I can't just drop everything and play all this stuff and, you know, grind away. So, and I know every time I feel like I come back and I'm talking to just the viewers, I'm always like, I'm dying. Like, I'm always complaining. And, you know, I kind of don't want to do that all the time. So, we will switch on to a different topic. So, the Pachycephalosaurus. Now, obviously, this is not the Jurassic Lost World Pachy. This is also the Fossils and Archaeology Pachy. But, still, nonetheless, I believe it is a cool design. I actually haven't seen it in a while. Like I said, I've only seen pictures. But he's going to be in here. Now, like I said, this is kind of just like a bowl. I think a good way to have this more visualized is doing overhangs up here. So we just go over here, place all these in. So we have overhang, pretty much like I said with Steve's enclosure. I feel like a broken record because I think I've already said that. But either way, this will actually allow us to actually have another enclosure over here. I did have the idea of making a little bird cage over here made out of wood, but it didn't look fine. And then I was thinking about making another dome, but we have a dome over there. So I think it'd be a little bit too much dome action. So we are simply not going to be doing that. We ran out of grass. More grass. So we'll have it like this. Have this overhang a little bit more. So, and I genuinely want to have everything feel more lively in this park. But also, like, technically we have a lot of fronts to confront. Because if you have too much stuff, then everything feels crowded. But then if you don't have enough stuff, then it feels empty. And you get to a point to where you're like, I'm walking a billion miles for nothing. Because nothing was placed in a location. So then it looks a little weird. But hopefully everything is kind of squared off, literally. And going on forward, I will kind of plan out the things a little bit more. So half of it won't be super planned. Like, it won't be like, dang, man, we're not going to do anything this episode because you keep planning out what you want to do next. No, not at all. We actually need leaves. The oak variety, which we can go to the farm. Which I haven't been over here in a hot minute. Actually, did I show that off? I don't know. Well, I'll show it off in a second once we come back over here. And even with this stuff, we technically need to finish off this area. Make sure it's coherent. So, and walking through here, I don't know, it makes me sad. I feel like I've done something wrong. Regardless of how this all looks. So, these guys haven't grown yet because we haven't been here. Oh, did he? I think I'm gonna remove some greenery in here. It feels a little bit random. And I might low-key tear off a chunk of this and build like a mountain. I don't know. Hello. One of you is Chopper. I don't know who's who. Are you Chopper? It's you, Chopper. Hello, Chopper. You're from Two Piece. Not to confuse with One Piece. Oh, we're back over here. Now we need leaves. And I think we'll do like a little flower thing over here. I might close this part off. We don't need this. I kind of like the backstage area when it comes to this stuff, because in reality, we have these in real life. So you're like, oh, this is where all the food goes. This is where the food goes, and we go over here and backstage and oh, hello. We go over here and feed these nerds. Then you go over here. Perhaps I could do another backstage, but this one leads down to their enclosure to do it that way. That'd be pretty cool. But go with the leaves. Paint a bunch of leaves over here. Kind of doing the outline. These are just because of the path. Then have some of them drooping. Perfect. And then we need to see if this is dino escape proof. Already from what I look like, it is not. And I think we can carve this in a little bit. And replace this with some stone. But yes, I don't really know what the next episode's going to be. I think my goal going on forward is to pretty much 90% complete some of these ideas that I have. And then just record a video of me finishing it off. I don't know if that's what you guys would like. I don't know if you just want to see everything. As in, like, there'd be an hour of me placing, path. Technically that's boring. So, and at the end of the day, I'm just doing this for me. And I keep prefacing that. I know. I'm like, dang, how many times he's gonna say his life sucks and he's doing this video for himself. But you still have to see the outlook of everything. Also, this is starting to look amazing. Obviously you don't do a store. Well, I mean, technically. I mean, you don't want to make your own store. Actually, let's start that over. Let's say you want to make a cheesecake store. You're like, we're gonna make the best cheesecakes all around. We're gonna add hot sauce in them this time. Obviously, when you have an idea of my dream is to make a store, you don't expect going into the store thinking everyone's not gonna like your food, because then it kind of demotivates you not wanting to do it. So let's say you're like retired and you don't have to worry about any bills, everything's situated for you, or you won the lotto and you're like, you know what, we're not gonna buy $1 million mansion. We're gonna buy a store to make cheesecake. Then while you're doing this cheesecake store, you hire people, stuff like that. But it goes bad. Why? Because no one likes your hot, spicy cheesecake. But you love it. But why not the other people not like it? So kind of demotivates you from wanting to continue to do the store. But, you still do it. It's just a little bit sad. But if you had a store that people loved, aka a YouTube series that everyone loved, it hits a little bit different because, you have secondhand motivation. Not going to be confused with secondhand embarrassment. You have other ideations. Oh my, I don't even know that word. I don't even know where it is. Restart. You have other motives into wanting to succeed and do better. This one's a little too high. That's kind of how it is with, me. So technically I know a whole episode of if I were to build Path and just talk over all of it, it would not do well. So, that being said, just, keep that in mind. So, I think we can replace this with dirt. And there we go, I think. Actually, I think this one's a little too close. We'll destroy this. Dirt it all to the ground. Also, another thing is that, since I am a human. Well, look at that sun. I do play other games. That's why I started playing Ark. Because Ark genuinely does kind of like itch a part of my brain. I don't know what it itches specifically, but it does. So your boy wanted to play it. But obviously those videos aren't doing that well, so, now I'm just gonna play it for fun. And your boy started playing GTA again with his friends. So, and sometimes I have a feeling for playing, Marvel Rivals, stuff like that. So, we have to keep in mind there's a lot of stuff that I like to do, and sometimes I just, get bored of just building all the time. Especially in this world, because everything's kind of gotta be perfect. And if it doesn't come out right the first time, it kind of also demotivates me. It's all about motivation at the very end of the day. That looks a little weird. We'll do it this way. That looks weird too. Alright, these noises are a little too loud. This looks a little weird. I don't like that. Nope, it looks weird. Alright, right now we're just gonna leave it like that. Now, bone meal. Bank, 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 bank. And destroy all the tall grass, because tall grasses are for nerds. We don't go into the tall grass. Alright, so far so good. Just a basic outcrop. I don't even know if that's the right word. Half the time I just be... Now, we need to make lanterns, which we need iron. Which... we need to go up here and grab ourselves some doubloons. Oop. Everything's so laggy. So laggy. Perfect. Mac. And while we're here, I guess we can go ahead and start on making a packy. And where are they? We'll make 3 because it's the magic number. I really don't know why this is happening. I don't know why the chests are invisible. What do you think, Mr. Bigsby? Madame Anui too, because the other one died. And Lay and Coco, named after my real life animals, except for Mansley 2. There's only Mr. Mansley 1. But I'm pretty sure the Mr. Mansley 1 that was here is dead. And Mr. Bigsby, I don't actually have a raccoon named Mr. Bigsby, but I couldn't name him Rigsby for some reason. Also, I realized I missed the April Fool's update for this. The Alex mod, so we couldn't get the sea bear. So that sucks. And technically I could change like my computer date, which I might do later on. I don't know. Just do the sea bear. But it might not be in this version, just like how that nickname for the big Rigby won't change the actual color. But we'll have these 3 nerds growing. Well, we're going to actually no, we'll go to sleep. Ta-da! And I think we'll have this connect to that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Bang, we are here. Now, simply placing lanterns to light up the area. So that'd be that. We can do something. Probably should let it nighttime. I don't know. Yoink. We'll break it up with some random rocks. Got boulder number 1 and boulder number 2. You know, these guys, they love button heads. Yeah, boulder, 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 boulder. Perfect. 2 random boulders. I feel like there's something else that's missing. Perhaps leaves? What's some leaves just randomly out on the bottom, but I feel like these guys are going to eat them. I don't know. Oh, and then we can hide the stuff under the leaves. Big brain, big brain. We think outside the box here, people. Or was there ever a box to begin with? Think! The box was simply your imagination. Silly Billy the Silly Billy Incorporated. Yoink. Let's try that one. And I think so far, I mean, that's it. That's all we need. That's all we need. Now we do need andesite bars. Or can we make other ones? No, we got a lunch copycat. We need these nerds. We need to go get some andesite alloy. Which, like I said, I don't know why these are like this. If anyone knows, leave a comment below. Could be a shader thing, but I don't know. Andesite alloy. Yoink. There we go. I like these bars. They look snazzy. Then all we would need to do is make this area. Let's actually do this. I normally don't like not having them 3 because they look better that way. Just for this to line up, we'll have this one be 2. Then the gilth can be, we'll do birch actually. Dun 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 dun. The birch area. And they'll be made out of these. Yoink. So it kind of just breaks up everything. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And finally, this. We do need to at least build up wood. 1, 2. I don't believe it like that's whatever. I think we'll actually move this out the way. Place the wood right here. See, this looks beautiful. Also, like arc. I mean, I'm on aberration now. For like time explainability. And the issue I have with arc, other than issues of, you know, preaching for the existence of the game, is sometimes you'll be looking off in the distance and that's flickering or it's blurry. And it pisses me off. It makes me angry. I think we can do it this way. And then we could just make it. That's not what I meant to do, but we'll fix it in a second. There we go. Then we'll just do this. And we'll make a little doohickey dude. I'm glad I know my words. Oink. Perfect. Then just to make sure they can't get out. There we go. So this is how you look into the enclosure. Now let's pretend to be a Packy. I'm a Packy. I want out. Out. I'm a Packy. I want out. I'm a Packy. Free me from this cage. Alright, seems like we're Gucci. And later on I'll build like an actual thing. But I'm actually kind of glad I did this. This looks snazzy. I think I need to add more of this kind of log randomly spouted about. Maybe we can do that over here. Maybe that's what was missing. Or I can make this like a pretend mine. And the Packies are miners. Pause. Perfect. That's what we'll do. We'll do the mine shaft. And let's go up here. Big brain. So we actually have a theme for this enclosure. It's the mine shaft, where the dudes went to go mining. Oop, you saw that? I was like parkour for the lantern. Perfect. And open this up. So the Packies, they're actually the people with the picks. They were actually the ones who built this original park. What silly billies we were to never notice. There we go. Then we can put one right there, one right there. Then remove that one. Then we can make this a little bit smaller. Or just move it over here. Actually, just move it. Open this up a little bit more. Place this rock right here. A little bit too much. There we go. Perfect. And we can get this. Perfect. Now we just need to replace everything and the site, which will be easy with our magic mining tool. And we get some cobblestone. Pick all this up. And I feel like we have ores. We do. Perfect. You know, everything comes full circle when you decide not to clean your inventory. Put this right here. Then we'll add all this random ore. So we'll shove this right here, shove that right there. You know, these guys struck gold. We'll do some copper. All this random ore they decided not to pick up for some random reason. And, you know, to spice things up, they'd be like, oh, you know, they brought some of this stuff out here. I would do a minecart, but I fear that these guys are gonna die. Because they were like, we could ride in it. You know, murdering themselves. Because they're not so big brain. And technically this isn't like packy, like inspired. But hey, you know, you win some, you lose some. There we go. I think that looks snaggy. Oh wait, no, they need a little bit of water. Gore. And we can put the water over here. The water right here. Some ore in the water. And clean my inventory. Yoink, 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 yoink. And we'll make these into buckets. Perfect. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yoink. And then eat these off in the aether. We'll do drive-by water. 2. Then we drow. Our rockets. Hopefully that didn't ruin the water. Did. Perfect. We're back up here. Everything's updated. Everything's making a lot more noise. And oh. And perfect. There we go. So they have their water. They have their little enclosure. This place is mostly lit up. We can actually keep leaving this open. And this right here and this right here. Then we can add more oak leaves right here. Just make sure it's I want to get out of here dino proof. Right, I don't want to get out of here dino proof. Fix this side up so it doesn't look weird. And fix this up, look a little bit about all. And perfect! We have a dinosaur enclosure. Now how does it look from above? We'll actually go over here. Yoink. Not so bad. I feel like there's something missing. And I think it's simply... Oh, the fox looks cool. I think it's just that it needs a barrier. Like a hard barrier. Kind of like what we did with Steve. So I might get some volcanic break and do that on my own time. But for right now, we have it this way. Can I fight too? Oh, kinda. Let's go get a Packy. Or Packies. Or Headasaurs. We don't know. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Do we have seeds? Oh, we have 1 billion. Perfect. Now for the moment of truth. Is it warm in here? Or is it just me? My Dinopedia. I saw it over here. Can you find my Dinopedia? There it is. Yoink. It is cold. We'll place this one right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, triplets. And that is it. I know 2 dinosaur episodes. Well, not really dinosaur thingy, but 2 creatures in a row. This is mud. Maybe we could do this guy as an outline. That's what we'll do. So this will be the barrier block. 1, 2. There'll be some glass right here. So 1, 2 glass. Bring this out 1, 1, 2, 3 glass. This will over here. 1, 2, 3 glass. This one. 1, 2, 3 glass. Same thing over here, but this one might be 2. 1, 2 thin glass, and then this is 1, 2 glass. Actually, we'll do 3. 3 glass. Then yeah. And then when eventually I'll get some glass and put it over there. Do we actually have glass in our inventory? Oh, are they shaking? Let's find out. 65%. Alright. We probably don't even need to do glass. We could probably just do these fences. They'll probably work the same anyway. There we go. How are you guys doing? Can I go up top and look how it looks? Perhaps. Turn around. Still not that bad. Either way, this is probably going to be covered up in more rocks anyway, so this will just be an outback. Outback! But we're waiting for a little baby. Oh, to do the jiggy dance. Jiggy jiggy. Oh, we probably need seeds. Let's stand by. The egg boo-boo, the egg boogaloo. Oh, what the? You guys look weird. You got mohawks. Not really mohawks. Alright. I have a name for at least... Oh. Look away, kid. I have a name for at least all 3 of them if they have this specific. We have 1 female. We have 1 female. What the? This one already escaped? Where did he go? What? Oh, he's over here. Dang, all female? Aye. Well, at least they won't repopulate. So wait, are you already mine? Oh, you're already mine. Perfect. Well, I did have a name. I was gonna name him after me and my 3 siblings, if there were 2 males and 1 female. But we do have 1 name for 1 of them. Perfect. And we'll name this one Man and Than. Only real ones know. Manhattan. With that being said, don't like, subscribe. No. Manhattan, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more content like this. I hope to see you in the future. And have a majestic day. Manhattan, get out the water!